Hey, I'm Wayne, and you've reached Built by Assets. Welcome back. Hey, I want to talk today in regards to IRS ruling about receiving of 1099Ks when you use PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Stripes, platforms such as those. Previously, if you had a yard sale, you sold some small things on eBay or Etsy or whatever you sold it on, you didn't get a 1099. Well, starting in January of 2022, if you sell anything or use those platforms for anything over $600, you're going to get a 1099K. And it's going to cause a lot of confusion this year. A lot of people are going to get those for things that they didn't actually sell. Somebody owed you money and they paid you. If it's over $600, not just by transaction, but in total, you're going to get a 1099K. And you're going to have to explain what it is. If you're a landlord and received rents, you're going to have that. When it comes to businesses, they're already supposed to be reporting their incomes, so it shouldn't be really a big issue there. Used to be that they only got a 1099K if they had more than $20,000 in income. There is a bill in Congress they're trying to push through in regards to changing that from $600 up to $5,000. If you're concerned about this, if it's a platform, any of those platforms that you use to receive anything, and especially if it's a small amount, you had a garage sale and you sold $1,000 worth of stuff and more than $600 was paid via Venmo or Zelle, you're going to get a 1099 and you're going to have to declare that as income now. It also is going to hit people that do hobbies, that sell collectibles or other things that they have that are very small and minor, maybe to make ends meet. That money could now become taxable income. One of the ways they're paying for the COVID bills that they passed back in 2021, it was one of the things that was in there. You should really be aware of this. It's something that could affect you if you use those platforms. If you're concerned or you want to have the bill that's going to raise the limit from $600 to $5,000, you should contact them. Congressman or senator, contact their local office or their office in D.C. and try to get that bill moved forward so that it can stop some of this problem. There's going to be some real issues here that I don't think people realize how this is going to hit them and the number they're going to hit. The other thing is credits. So let's just say you bought or sold something on eBay for $800, but then you had somebody returned something and you had to credit them back $300. So you're now under $600. Doesn't matter. Credits, returns, all those kinds of things will not count. It's if there was a purchase that went through, you're going to have to keep track of a lot more records. This is really going to affect some small businesses and things that have a lot of different venues and avenues that they use. It may also stop people from using these platforms. Another thing to keep in mind is at PayPal, they're upping fees. They just put out a notice in July. It's going to be starting very soon, where when a business receives money, they're going to start paying fees now, and it's a percentage of the purchase price. You sell something for even a high dollar, $25,000, $30,000, you're now going to pay 3%. And it is a variable fee, but on average, it's going to be 3%. You're going to be paying those fees on each transaction. I really think that there's going to be a drive for a lot of people to start going back to ACHs, checks, or even sometimes credit cards might be cheaper to process than using this as a platform to accept funds, do your money transactions through. Also, there was the friends and family process. That was the part I was talking about, where if you're a friends and family member and you're paying back and forth, there's some other issues coming up with fees that may be coming up. They're getting rid of some things on the platforms at PayPal. With PayPal upping their fees, chances are Venmo, Stripes, Zelle, these other platforms are likely going to up their fees as well to help cover their costs of doing business. You should really think twice before you use these as ways to pay people and the ways to accept funds, because it could create a problem if you're not keeping really good records. If you did something in February or April or July, all of a sudden in January of the following year, you're going to get a 1099K that you now have to explain what you did. Funds could come in from many different directions. Could have reimbursed somebody who bought a set of tickets for you, but you've already paid taxes or fees on that. But now you have to show the fact that it wasn't a profit. It was, you were just getting reimbursed by somebody who you bought something on their behalf. It's going to really create some issues here. So really think twice before you use these platforms going forward. Share your comments, subscribe, and hit the like button. Thanks. Talk to you soon.